Welcome into week 15, championship week of The Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. I'm Neal McCready, joined by Greg Jones. Playing hurt this week, LB's Meat Market. The Butcher with
Yeah. At least it's not my butcher hand.
a serious bicep injury. We'll have to talk about that in a minute. Caroline McCready joined Legacy Studio of Performing Arts. Caroline's getting close to her big European vacation. We'll talk about that in a minute, maybe as well. So we were just talking in the pre-show. Today's December the 3rd as we tape this, and I'm now on, I guess, day 2 of post Lane Kiffin epic saga that I've been dealing with for 6 straight weeks, and I've completely lost track of time. Christmas Eve is 3 weeks from today.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, I was talking to Carson
with the playoff game too. Home playoff game, and then it's
just insane. I was talking to Carson last night late because the Thunder, our NBA team, was playing out west. They were playing in San Francisco, and so it was a late game. And we were talking at the end of it, and he was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna be able to come home next week." And I was like, "For what?" And he was like, "Well, finals will be over." And I was like, "Oh my God!" Like I don't know what it is. Like I guess because Thanksgiving for me was barely anything. It slipped by, and here we are, Christmas. I mean, I flew on Thanksgiving. My car got blocked in. I couldn't leave on time. I had to throw a complete temper tantrum, and then I had to catch an Uber. And by the time I got back, I had to get up the next morning and go to Starkville early. And I didn't really feel like I experienced Thanksgiving. And so in my mind, it's still time for Thanksgiving. It's not time to go to Christmas yet. And yet here we are. How are you?
Yeah. Just it's kind of. I mean, time flies when you have fun, and you have to cover Lane Kiffin 24/7.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, but Lane Kiffin has left. He's the new head coach at LSU. He is mercifully allowing his offensive coordinator, Charlie Weiss, to coordinate Ole Miss's offense in the playoffs. The college football playoff selection show is Sunday. We'll find out the entire bracket on Sunday, the big extravaganza. There will be a playoff game. I guess there's a world where there's total chaos above and Ole Miss ends up as the 4, in which case there won't be a playoff game. But I think there's about a 95 to 98% chance that Ole Miss host a playoff game either December 19th or 20th. And the next time we get together, Caroline won't even be with us, but the next time we have an episode of the show, we'll be picking those games. It's crazy.
I need to find a way to do the show.
I mean, I guess you could do it from Europe, right?
Yeah, it would just be like, I don't know what time it would be for me. We'd have to.
Yeah, surely we could have a special guest from Europe. That'd be awesome. Add to the series.
I don't want Campbell to screw me up in my picks, and I don't want to miss it.
Greg wouldn't want that either. We don't want anybody to screw up.
Sure. Here I am playing injured. I can't even win. Playing injured.
Yeah, you have the hill got even steeper for you. We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm pretty sure it did. It's kind of been weird. I literally had my surgery on Tuesday, and I've just been kind of out of it ever since. And just came back to reality on Monday, and I felt pretty good about my arm on Monday, and I didn't realize that surgery was not even 7 days from this day, and I think I overdid it. So I don't know, man. It's just being hard-headed and trying not to, to not do your job. And, it's just kind of my fault.
Well, I learned this on my knee, man. And at our age, you can't, even though your brain tells you can go, you have to sort of follow the progressions. You can't heal faster than the body's going to heal. You're not 20 anymore. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. And it was my first surgery. My buddy told me, he's like, hey, he goes, whenever you get into your gown and everything, say that you're a little nervous, and they'll give you something extra. Yeah. And of course, I walk in the door, sit down on the thing. I'm like, hey, I'm nervous. That was the first thing I said. I didn't wait for anything. I was like, I'm really nervous, because it was literally I think my blood pressure was 180 over 110. I mean, I was pretty nervous. But it was just a nice little procedure. And shout out to Baptist at Oxford for taking care of me. They did a really great job.
All right, we'll talk about LBs in a moment, but next week we won't do a show next week because there's no games to pick really. It's an Army Navy game. We don't ever pick it. We just hope Army and Navy do well because they like. And then the week after that, we'll be picking games. But Caroline's going to be in Europe. Caroline, what's the countdown? You're like, what, 9 days away from your trip? Are you excited? Where are you going? What all do y'all have planned?
We're going to Paris for the first 4 days, and then we're flying to London for the last 3.5 days. So I honestly don't really know what's on the itinerary. My friend has been planning it all, but yeah, I'm excited.
Who else
I've
going?
never been.
Yeah, how many people?
Embry and Ellis Henry, my freshman year roommate.
Yep.
And then another friend, Caroline Kesterson. So it's just 4 of us, which will be nice.
Oh, that's not bad.
That'd be fun. Yeah, it'd be fun.
Excited.
You ever been to Europe, Greg?
I don't even have a passport.
I don't either.
Yeah, shame on me for not wanting to travel the country.
Everybody else in my family has a passport. This will be Campbell's been to Europe. Carson's been to Europe. And now Caroline.
I'm the last one.
Caroline will have been to Europe. Laura and I have never been. I don't think Laura's ever left the country at all. When I was in the 5th grade, for about 3 hours, I was with my parents and we went to Tijuana. That is my extent of my international travel. I've gone across the southern border for about half a day.
Y'all need to go.
I think there's a really cool channel called the Travel Channel, and you can just click on that channel, and you can just see all the places that you need to go right there on your TV. That sounds really amazing to me.
All right, let's talk some shop a little bit, Greg. LB's 2008 University Avenue in Oxford, right across the street from Kroger. Let Kroger be your landmark. Head over to LB's. All the freshest cuts of beef, chicken, pork, house-made sausages. They got seafood, the bacon-wrapped asparagus, the bacon-wrapped green beans, the jalapeno poppers, so much more. There's a lot of there. Go there. You see the number on the screen. You can text your order 662-259-2999. You can obviously call that number, or you can stop in on your own. It's getting close to Christmas time, Greg. We already have a question in the stream.
Sure. Let me guess. What are we going to name the Lane Train special?
Believe it or not, that is not the question. It's
oh wow, okay. That was the most asked question I've ever been asked in a hot minute. What are we going to rename the Lane Train special?
Says he wants to do a prime rib or a beef tenderloin for Christmas. Greg, what's my move here?
Yeah, just need to figure out, if you want to do a bone-in or a boneless. Obviously the bone-in is going to be that standing rib roast, which I recommend. We trim it and tie it, take it off, and slice it, and you have those bones to eat on also. As far as the beef tenderloin, when we trim them and tie them, they're right around 3 to 4 pounds. Fold the tail over so it's an even cut to where it's cooked evenly, and just trust that meat thermometer. So yeah, it's you can text it or call the order, whichever one. Just got to figure out if you want a bone-in or boneless rib roast, and then if you want to on the beef tenderloin, how many people you got. You always need to figure out on the beef tenderloin how many men and how many women you have. That usually helps out on how many people how big the beef tenderloin needs to be. So I would think a man would eat about 14 ounces of beef tenderloin, and a woman probably 6 to 8 ounces, maybe, give or take. So just kind of figure it out from there on that beef tenderloin.
Yeah, it's the beef tenderloin. Also, you have to have sort of a plan for how you're going to prepare it, and you have to kind of plan ahead a little bit. There's multiple ways to do it. I like to do mine on almost the reverse sear.
Mm-hmm.
Where you just sear it at the end. And in some ways you can do it if you're comfortable with it. You can sous vide. That's perfect. It's easy, but you can do it the other way too, where you roast it just.
I had a buddy ask me about a steak restaurant. I was like, man, if I owned a steak restaurant, I would sous vide every single steak, and have an open style fire pit to where you throw it on that grill, finish it off for a couple minutes or however you, that way you never stay, or, those flame broilers are awesome, where you can get the juices and make like a hamburger steak with the gravy and the juice. So there's a lot of different ways that you can do that beef tenderloin and steamed rib roast.
Yeah, absolutely. Just hard to believe that Christmas is right here. Just blows my mind right now, if I'm completely honest.
Yeah, how's your list looking? Have you got a bunch of anybody on the naughty list this year?
Nobody on the naughty list. Carson flirted with the naughty list earlier this week with his car, but it's okay. Everything's fine. He didn't mean to. It happens. Let's see. We're doing a stocking thing. It was the girls' idea.
No one has sent their list except Campbell and I.
And so I've got to do my list, and I don't really have a list. And so I've got to come up with a list of things to put on there because I don't know whoever got me. I feel sorry for them. So
my dance girls the other day, it was like December 1st, and they're all 7, and so it's like such a fun age. And I was like, y'all, did your elves come? And all of their elf on the shelves came. And our family, we have Jimmy the elf, who's a real elf. And did I ever get upset that I did not have an elf on the shelf when I was little? Like, was that a thing, or we didn't care?
No, because you had Jimmy the elf from a very early age. You looked forward to Jimmy.
I just didn't know any differently. Okay,
because frankly, the elf on the shelf, Caroline, came later than Jimmy the elf. It turns out I was onto something, and if I would have
that's what I was saying.
If I could have just cashed in, we would be like doing this show from some island somewhere right now.
Yeah. Oh. Well, I was then thinking about it because I told them that my elf does not come until the 23rd, usually.
Yeah.
And they were like, "What?" And I was thinking, I was like, was I ever upset about that? And then I was like, whenever I have kids, are they going to be upset about that? But then I told them, I was like, Jimmy, he's like one of the elves that has to work in the North Pole. So then he brings the gift. And so it's like
I still think you can promote that,
Yeah, but then I was having to explain to them. I ended up eating up about 15 minutes of class time by explaining to them that Jimmy, like they were like, what all do you get? And I was like, I've gotten this necklace and this. So I was like, whenever I was y'all's age, I got American Girl dolls and like webtoons. But they were so thrown for a loop that my elf does not show up on December 1st and like hop around the house.
Did they think it was cool that your elf makes a special trip from the North Pole, like right before the big trip, just to?
Yeah, and then they were very interested. Oh, I told them the story of how I walked outside and there was a red light flashing, and I was like, y'all, Santa's sleigh was there, and it was Rudolph, and he was flying away, and they were very into that one.
Yeah.
They were that part of the story.
That's incredible. That Jimmy, man, we try to catch him every year, but he gets away.
Yeah. Yep.
He gets away. He rings the doorbell, ding, 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 and then he's gone. Wild. And that one year we almost caught him, but he had clearly borrowed either Santa's sleigh or someone's sleigh.
Yeah.
And he was back, headed to the North Pole on a beeline. He leaves some
days off for Jimmy.
No days off.
No, he leaves a pretty impressive note as well. He very clearly keeps up with how everyone's doing and things of that nature. He's impressive. All right, let's do some football. Let's do some football. We had a big rivalry week last week. We picked 12 games.
I think I picked a bunch of losers.
Greg, you went 5-7.
A bunch of losers.
Caroline, you went 7-5. So Caroline has added 2 games to her lead. Greg, you're now 67. Is that right? Yep. 67-75. Caroline, you were 78-54. No, wait. I've got this math wrong. Hold on. Greg, you're 67-65.
Okay. Almost right at 500.
Caroline, you're 78-54. You have an 11-game lead.
Golly.
I had a customer came in, my first customer today, and they were like, man, I really love this show. I'm glad y'all do a really good job.
That's good.
I was like, yeah, we do a lot of practicing, it's just, we do a lot of practicing for the show.
Yeah.
I've got to find a pen that works because I need to write down your picks on this, and I've got to correct that as well. So I know this is not great pod. But
Who's the Thunder lost to?
The Thunder lost at Portland earlier in the season. That's the only loss they had. They won their first 8 or 9 games, and then they lost to Portland, and then they've won, I guess, like 10, 11, 12 in a row now. They are historically, if you go by net rating, which means you take their offensive differential, their defensive differential, and you make an overall net rating. If they played this way the rest of the season, which they probably won't, their schedule is going to get harder. But if they did, they would be statistically the best team in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, I would think so. That's pretty incredible. Yeah, I saw your tweet the other day.
So, Caroline, you're 78-54. Greg, 67-65. So there's time, but there's not a lot of time. It's you're running out of time.
Yeah, I can't catch up with her in the NFL. We don't have enough NFL games.
Well, I don't know much about the NFL, so you are in luck with that part.
So we have 6 college football conference championship games that we're picking this week. 2 on Friday, 4 on Saturday. Caroline, you won the week. You get to go first. Those are the rules. We start with the American Athletic Conference Championship game. It is 20th ranked North Texas. Eric Morris, on his way to Oklahoma State as the new coach there, is at Tulane. This game's in New Orleans against the 21st ranked Tulane Green Wave. My friend John Summerall, the new coach of the Florida Gators. He's still coaching Tulane this week. This game's at 7 o'clock on ABC, Caroline, and North Texas goes to New Orleans as a 2.5-point favorite.
I'll go with Tulane.
Okay. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Green Wave and the 2.5 at home.
Campbell would have a problem with this game because both teams are green.
Yeah, this would be a conundrum.
We'll see. I'm going to take North Texas.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't decided on this one yet. This could go.
It just seems like you got to. It's like the business, like the boss is going on vacation, and everybody's running the shop. So who's been running the shop better while the boss has been on vacation?
Yeah, this one could go either way. All right, we go to the Mountain West Conference Championship game, also Friday night. This one's in Boise, Idaho, 7 o'clock on Fox. Greg, it's UNLV at Boise State. UNLV is a 3.5-point underdog, Gregory. Dan Mullen and the Rebels.
Is Dan Mullen going anywhere, or has he signed a contract? Or
He's as of now staying at UNLV.
Wow, I thought Kentucky would be a great fit for him.
Yeah.
Maybe. What do I know? I did know about the Kentucky hire before the Twitter. It was kind of awesome.
Oh, that is cool.
My Kentucky connections came through with that. Man, I don't know. I'll take. I even forgot who the game was. What was the game?
UNLV at Boise State.
Yeah, I'm gonna take UNLV. You got me sidetracked with all this coaching. Like I got to refresh mode on the Twitter.
Well, that's my goal is to sidetrack you, so help Caroline win the big prize. All the money attached to this, it's changed the McCready Christmas. All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Rebels. Get the 3.5 at Boise.
I'm going to take UNLV too. I like their dance team.
Oh, okay.
They have a really good dance team.
They do have a good dance team. I've even heard about that.
That is something that is coming up is college nationals, dance college nationals.
January. Nice.
Oh, wow. When's that?
It's like the 3rd week of January.
Oh, set your calendars. Getting close.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I pay the $40 every week.
See if you can get an early rate. For the live stream.
I know. Maybe I need to look. I doubt it.
Maybe there's an early rate.
How much was it? What was it, $20?
Every year, the varsity. It's Varsity Spirit. This is definitely how they make their money. Is all these people paying $40 to watch a live stream.
Absolutely. All right, Caroline, we go to Saturday's games. We start in the Big 12 Conference Championship game. Arlington, Texas, AT&T Stadium. You've been there, Jerry World. It's 11 o'clock on ABC. It's 11th ranked BYU, Caroline. They play 5th ranked Texas Tech. The BYU Cougars are a 13.5-point underdog.
I'll go with BYU.
Oh, okay. Caroline's going to take BYU and 13.5 points, Craig.
I'll definitely take Texas out. Guns up, grades up.
Yep. Grades up or guns up. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Greg, don't let me forget. One of the people on the stream wants to know what you are changing the lane train to, or if you've come up with that.
Honestly, now that he's hopped on the plane and out of town, I might not even bring it back. I don't know. Right now, I think we've got him as the hoe train. Right now, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, we had a content item at Rebels 24/7 the last several years. First, it was Rebel Grove, and then but it was what he said, what he meant, where I would interpret what Lane Kiffin said, and that's gone now. It's done. I'm not gonna do it again. It has been retired. I'm not gonna do what Pete Golding said and meant.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I was saying. It's just like, oh, what are you talking about? You're going to get rid of him? I'm like, I mean, it ain't the same price as 2019. That's for sure.
For damn sure. All right, we go, Greg, to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. It's the SEC championship game. It's third-ranked Georgia, 10th-ranked Alabama. This game's 3 o'clock on ABC. Georgia, Greg, is a 2.5-point favorite.
I'll definitely take Georgia, especially at the Georgia Dome.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Bulldogs, lay the 2.5 against the Alabama Crimson Tide.
I'll go with Georgia too.
Okay. Can I just real quick, I've said it several times this week. I'd like to reiterate it again. I would like to express my deepest thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide for winning the Iron Bowl on Saturday.
Man, when I was watching that fourth down, I don't have any hair. I cut them. I literally was trying to I was like grabbing my ears. I go, there's no way they're going to drop the pass and and Auburn's going to win. And like Neal's going to have to like relive all this.
I was going to have to do it for another week. So again, Kalen DeBoer, Kane Womack, Ryan Grubb.
We send them Christmas cards. We send them hoe trains for Christmas.
That would be great. Ty Simpson, everybody associated with Alabama football. I love you. Thank you so much.
Whew.
Oh, if I could reach out and just hug you, I know Kane. I've got his cell number. I need to send him a text that just says, "Hey, man, love you."
It was almost like it was scripted. I was like, "Man, ain't no way like that. Like Alabama rolls these people up like this." And I was like, "Oh, okay, here we go." And then I go, "Oh my God! Like Auburn really has a chance to come back and win this game, and this is going to be just full blown, just." The biggest can of diesel on the flame that you can throw. I mean, it would be monstrous.
All right, Greg, someone in the stream is suggesting that you could tie the Holiday and Lane together one last time and have the ho 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 train special.
Yeah, just 3 of them for $30. Yeah,
there you go.
The ho
ho ho train special, and you can retire it on its way. And then Caroline, someone wants to know, what are your thoughts on Lane Kiffin?
I just think he's a very interesting person, and I've been enjoying the content on TikTok. There's been a lot of the his previous yoga instructors taken to TikTok, and it's funny. Have you told the story that Campbell took yoga next to Lane Kiffin the other day?
I have referenced it. I don't know that I completely dove into it. It was Thanksgiving morning. And Caroline, we have a family text, and I was in California. I guess I was about to take off to fly to Denver and then to Memphis. And Campbell informed everyone that she had taken hot yoga sculpt, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And she was
directly next to Lane Kiffin.
Next to Lane Kiffin.
Yeah. And he was doing, like people say, he was doing his jumping jacks and he was doing his whole own workout. But am I correct that has he already attended yoga in Baton Rouge?
Oh yeah. Posted the picture.
He's already has his favorite place. Yeah.
I think he's gonna adopt a cat from the local shelter.
It's been like the talk of Fayetteville, even that Lane Kiffin is going to LSU.
Yeah. Juice
Crazy.
is-
Like I got a text from an old boss, and she was like, "I've been thinking about your dad with all the Lane Kiffin stuff." Like everyone, it's like everyone knows about it.
Yeah. Juice Kiffin,
Yes, man.
Juice the dog has not made the trip.
Yeah, why can't we call him the Juice? The Juice Special. He stuck. He was loyal. He stuck
You
around.
could.
What a
You
shocker,
could
right?
call it the Juice. The Juice
Yeah.
Special.
So who
He's
owns
stuck.
Juice?
Wild Rose Kennel.
Technically, Kiffin owns him, but he hasn't stayed there for like 2 years. He stays with the
Yeah.
kennel because Wild Rose Kennel.
Oh.
Like whenever he had that the picture of the bandage on the arm, there was some knives on the counter, just randomly on the counter, and just Juice just went up and just decided that he wanted to get them.
Yeah, I think the guy at Wild Rose who basically managed Juice determined that Juice was in danger.
Super awesome guy.
With the
Love him to death.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me he was like he came in and got some steaks and what I mean that's a couple years back, and he's like, man, like Juice got hit by a car. I was like, well, what? And he's like, no, he's fine. Like, I mean, it was a golf cart, not a big deal. And I'm like, what is going on? And my mom's like, I told my mom, and she went hysterical mode. She was like, is he okay? Like, do we need to bring him treats? And I'm like, no, Mom, everything's fine. He just, but I mean, who'd have thought? Like the person on Tin Cup, David Sims. He was Kevin Costner was like, man, he's not a good guy. Like, I mean, he even hates old people. He even hates dogs. Like, who hates dogs? And sure enough, like right in front of the girlfriend, like he's like, oh, I hate your dog too. And she was like, oh my god, like Kevin Costner was right. What a love story.
All right, we go to the Big Ten championship game, Caroline. This is in Indianapolis, Lucas Oil Stadium, 7 o'clock on Fox. It's second-ranked Indiana, undefeated, against top-ranked Ohio State, also undefeated. Indiana, Caroline, is a 5.5-point underdog against the Buckeyes.
I'm going to go with Ohio State.
You always do. They've been good to you. All right, Greg, she's going to take the Buckeyes, lay the 5.5 against the Hoosiers.
I may well take Indiana. I mean, anybody that refers to himself as that's pretty strong.
The Ohio State University.
The Ohio State University. We always referred to it as the University of Louisiana at Monroe.
Yeah. And I will say the mascot was pretty cool to, spell out Ohio and put the X on the M. I mean, that was very creative.
That was creative. All right, one last game, Greg. It's the ACC championship game. This one could have some bearing on who comes to Oxford. It's Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, 7 o'clock on ABC. It's Duke versus Virginia. Duke, Greg, is a 3.5-point underdog.
So if Virginia wins, do we play Virginia?
In all likelihood.
Okay, I'll take. I like Virginia. I think that's a good color matchup and everything. I'll take Virginia. I think that'd be a good uniform matchup.
All right, Caroline, he's going to take the Cavaliers, lay the 3.5 against the Blue Devils.
I'll take Duke.
Okay. Caroline is going to predict chaos. It's possible. If that happens, there's a decent chance Tulane or North Texas comes to Oxford for that that first game. Yep. Decent chance. It all sort of depends also about the Alabama-Georgia game. That game could change things. The BYU-Texas Tech game could change things. So it's I've heard people say, well, it all depends on what happens to Virginia and Duke. And I'm like, no, it's a little more complicated than that. There's more carnage that could happen above you. And you could
especially when they've got already Notre Dame in front of Miami, which they've already played individually.
Yep. There's no telling. But Ole Miss is safe. They're going to be at worst hosting a home playoff game in Oxford.
Yeah, if you can help me out, Neal, see if we can't find a name for the special. I mean, we got the juice, we got the ho 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 special. So see if we can't see if somebody can't be creative and throw us something.
I would steer into the ho 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 special for the next 3 weeks.
I agree.
You have to buy them in groups of 3, so you can buy 3, you can buy 6. You can buy 9.
Yeah, you can buy as many hoes as you want at LB's. Just come on down. Come on down and get you. We even got big hose. We got big hose for
Yep.
25.
See, you can get petite hose, you can get big hose, and then if people are offended by that, you can say no, it's a Christmas thing. You're covering
for sure.
Ho ho ho. No one says ho ho.
Those are little snowballs that are following him around.
Yeah. No one says ho 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 or just ho. They say ho ho ho.
Yeah,
so you can sell them in groups of 3 for $30.
That's good.
And then after that, we might figure out where we go from there. And if this juice thing has been resolved by then,
oh yeah,
maybe you steer into juice because juice.
Well, I have an inside source on the juice. I don't think juice is going nowhere.
I've heard the same thing. I've even heard that.
I mean, like I've literally texted multiple people 3 weeks ago that Kiffin was going to LSU. They did not believe me. I said, "This is just wait for the next 3 weeks of this circus that he pulls."
All right, we will reconvene in 2 weeks. We'll get you ready for the CFP playoff games. Maybe we'll throw a couple of the small bowl games in there for the fun of it. All of that on the Butcher versus the Dance Instructor, presented by LB's Meat Market. Don't forget 2008 University Avenue in Oxford, 662-259-2999. Christmas just 3 weeks away, so get your orders in now, especially for the standing rib roast, the beef tenderloin, those kind of things, so that you'll be ready to roll, and then enjoy this weekend too. Stop by, get a steak, some chicken, pork chops, whatnot. There at LB's Meat Market. So for Caroline McCready, for Greg Jones, I'm Neal McCready. Until next time, take care.